What's good, YouTube? Just Monty here. Today we're playing some more Love at First Sight. Um, Last time I recorded for this, it was like 4 days ago, I think. But yeah, what we do? We gave Sachi some of our manga, and we met her aunt. That's about the last thing we did. But yeah, we're just gonna hop right back into it. The next day, Saturday. On the days when we don't have school, I usually go to hang out with Tomo and Akemi. Today, though, it seems Akemi's busy, so instead, I'm at Tomo's house, browsing through his books. Tomo has a minor collection of pretty interesting manga and novels. Tomo's the nonchalant tall guy. Akemi is the big mouth shorty that's always with us. And it's not too unusual that we'd hang out in his room every now and then. But he got full chrome suit on, bro. That shit is tough. Is Akemi still doing things with her club? Ballet club, right? No, she's at a birthday party for some third-year student she knows. Man, she's got a big network of friends. It's because she's both adventurous and kind-hearted. She does have that kind of personality, but she's also pretty, and she's good at studying and sports. That's probably what makes her so popular. Probably. Isn't she bothered by that? If she is, I've never heard her say so. As usual, he doesn't go into detail. The fact that he only replies with such non-committal answers is aggravating. So I try to probe him for more. Aren't you two going out? What's that supposed to mean? No, I'm not mocking you or anything. The way you two are so close, I honestly thought you two were going out at first. We've just known each other for a long time. Do you want to? Who cares anyways? What about you? It looks like you got a crush of your own. It's pretty unusual for Tomo to change the topic so bluntly like that. Pointing that out might be bad though, so I let it slide. Fun facts, chat. We have 0 decisions made, 0 choices. So far, this is literally just a book. This isn't even a game so far. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. How can you think I have a crush on Akemi? Not her. Don't you have a thing for the one-eyed girl in the first-year classes that you're trying so hard to become friends with? You mean Sachi? Indeed. Getting close to the girl with no friends who's bullied at school. If you're not doing it out of Akemi levels of random kindness, poking your nose into that girl's business is only going to cause trouble. What are you trying to achieve? Do you have a crush on her or something? No. Come to think of it, I've never considered why I want to get close to Sachi so badly. Maybe I just got involved because I pitied her. Like Tomo said, rather than out of kindness of my heart. I guess you don't even know yourself. Feeling uneasy with this silence I've created between us, I blurt out the first thing that comes to my mind. You're probably right. I suppose there's no need to answer like that though. So anyway, what's going on with her? Oh, I ended up walking back to her house with her, so I could give her the manga all at once. To her house? That's pretty, daring. After that, I tell him about the time I spent with Sachi so far. Even though I was a little hesitant when I started, as I go on telling Sachi's story, I reflect on it all and realize I've actually been having a good time. It's not like we did anything especially fun, but I've enjoyed talking with her still. Am I really doing this because I have some kind of crush on her? But I feel like that's not an easy question to answer, so I try to shake it from my mind. It's not like I need an answer right now anyway. Look at that. Monday, the beginning of the school week. I normally have to drag myself out of the house, my brain heavy with gloom and drowsiness, but today, I'm feeling a little different. As I walk down the street, usually I make a beeline towards school, but Instead, I'm straying from my normal path to take another nearby street there. It's not like it's a big loss of time, but since the fastest way to school is to go straight ahead of my house, I don't normally use this road. He's trying to meet up with Sachi. That's what he's doing. If you remember this from the last episode, this is the road to Sachi's house. He's trying to meet up with her on the way to school, which is weird because she avoids people seeing her, so she takes this weird snake route instead of going in a straight line, which would be way quicker. Of course, it's not like I'm just choosing to go this way for no reason. I can go faster if I take streets without any people on them. You're a liar. And of course, even if it's unlikely, I thought that if I go this way, I might. As I walk on, I see a figure ahead of me. The torn uniform, the messy hair, the slim build, and, of course, the bandages on her head. There's no mistaking who it is in front of me. Sachi. I speed up to catch her and nudge her shoulder. Hey, morning. Sachi turned towards me with a startled look on her face. No doubt for my sudden appearance. I guess I should have expected that kind of reaction. Momoru-senpai, why are you here? Chat, is the voice acting good or what? Literally, put me in the next season of One Punch Man. The slideshow. If you've seen season 3 of One Punch Man, it's literally a slideshow. It's so bad. Oh my god. Okay. Hey, sorry for sneaking up on you. My house is right near here. I mentioned that, didn't I? The route I normally take is just one street over. Oh, really? Yep. I took this street hoping I'd see you. I didn't think I'd actually would, though. Do you mind if I walk to school with you? No. It doesn't really show in her expression, but I think I hear a little excitement in her voice. Might just be my imagination, though. How was your weekend? Did you read some of the manga I lent you? Oh, yes. I've actually finished parts of the 2 series you lent me. Both of them really good. Her tone is uncharacteristically lively. She's wearing a cheerful expression I've never seen until now, but her good mood kind of rubs off on me too. I'm glad then. I thought I should return the books I'm already finished with, so I brought them with me today. I said you could take your time, didn't I? Are you sure? Of course. What should I give you next? Oh, actually, which of those did you like best? Both were good, but I like this one the best. The one with the boy who can see ghosts. Never mind. Wait. Never mind. My first thought when she just said that was, is Sachi a ghost? Is that why only he can see her? But I remember Tomo has also seen her. As we continue walking, talking about the manga's contents, the school comes into view. Sachi's been fairly talkative on the way here, holding an actual conversation with me. Carrying all that manga for her was definitely worth it, if it makes her that happy. We're already here, huh? I usually walk to school alone, but this is more fun. Yeah. While we were walking, she was still keeping her eye out for people, but I noticed that she was mostly focusing on me. As we enter the school where there are more prying eyes, however, she starts keeping her head down and walking on the side of the path to try to stay out of sight. Isn't there at least some way I can help her feel more comfortable? If I have time, I think I'll take the same street again today. If we're lucky, maybe we can go home together again. As long as you don't mind, that is. I don't mind or anything. I like being able to talk with you, senpai. Really? I'm glad to hear it. Oh, I need to change my shoes. One sec. Right. Me too. Looking ahead, Sachi suddenly slows her pace and hides behind me as much as she can, like she's trying to disappear. I shift my gaze in the direction she was looking and see a lone girl passing in front of the first year shoe rack. Her hair is dyed blonde and she's wearing a short skirt. Even though we're a ways away from her, I can see the sour look on her face. Wait, is that Sadakawa girl? I ask this quietly as I look over my shoulder while still trying to keep Sachi hidden. You know her? No, I've only heard rumors about her. As I'm working out how to talk about this with Sachi, the bell rings. The girl who I'm pretty sure is Sadakawa hears it and heads to her class. It's a good thing we weren't in a hurry. We just barely miss her, as it is. It looks like she's already gone. Sachi, you need to get going too, don't you? Sachi probably doesn't want to continue this line of conversation. I make sure Sadakawa was definitely gone and, with a sigh of relief, nod to Sachi. Oh, yeah, right. Let me join you for lunch again. See you later. Okay, see you. So that was the infamous Sadakawa Rui, huh? Since I've never actually talked to her, I can't say for sure, but I can tell just from looking at her that she has an aggressive personality. Making friends with Sachi is good and all, but I should probably find out what I can about Sadakawa as well. Morning class is over, and it's lunchtime now. He consistently has that shit on 100% of the time, 24/7, 365 days of the year. He don't miss with the fits, the belt, the tie, the earrings, the gray eyes. Come on, bro. The nonchalant personality, the nonchalant demeanor. He doesn't miss. However, it's only Tomo and me in this empty classroom today. I'd planned on asking Tomo about Sadakawa based on how scared Sachi was just from seeing her. There's no doubt in my mind that Sadakawa is the one bullying her. Wait, where's Akemi? She had some business in the faculty room. She should be here soon. I see, perfect. Before she gets here, there's something I want to ask you. What's up? Well, first, if we only have until Akemi comes back, I probably won't be able to go into the detail about much. I wanted to know about the girl you mentioned before, the first year student, Sadakawa. As soon as we started talking about her, Akemi got really quiet, so I figured it'd be better to ask when she's not around. You said you've met her in the past? That's what you want, huh? Well, it's not like it's a secret. I suppose we met her 2 years ago. When Akemi were in our last year of middle school, Sadakawa transferred into our school. Since we were in different grades, we didn't meet her right away. But even back then, she seemed like a violent person, and rumors soon made their way around to us. So then, Akemi, with her motto at the time being love and peace, went and tried to rehabilitate her. Somehow, I'm not surprised. Well, I didn't say that she succeeded. Sadakawa made fun of her mercilessly. But even still, Akemi refused to give up. That girl's so damn stubborn. It finally ended when the two got in a nasty fight. No one tried to stop them? Well, I rushed in to intervene, but it's not like Akemi just stood there and took Sadakawa's blows. Look, Akemi lost her cool and she fought Sadakawa with everything she had. That was not something I was expecting from her. What happened to her? It was not just a simple squabble. Akemi's always had good reflexes, and Sadakawa seemed to have had a lot of experience in fights. They kicked and punched, and naturally when they started using their knees and elbows, I had to stop them. I never would have guessed Akemi would be able to fight. Even I didn't know she could, and I've known her for a long time. I saw a side of her I never knew existed that day. Did Sadakawa say something to make Akemi so angry? Really, I think that when Sadakawa punched her the first time, she flipped the switch inside Akemi. I guess when Akemi snapped, she really snapped. So after the fight, Akemi became really depressed and was a totally different person for a while. Because she didn't win? If I had to guess, I'd say that it wasn't because she lost. Rather, I think the fact that she couldn't change Sadakawa came as a huge shock to her. What do you mean? Akemi's really good at becoming friends with people. You've noticed that, haven't you? Yeah. No matter how gloomy or rebellious a person is, or how different their interests are to Akemi's, she can always find something to be friendly about. But Sadakawa was not having any of that. After that day, whenever she got depressed, it was because she had come in contact with Sadakawa again. That's also surprising. Akemi always seems to be the type to look forward to no matter what. Well, the old Akemi was a real wimp, at least. If she could try to make up with Sadakawa at some point, I think that might cheer her up, but those two are like oil and water. I can't force her to do that. No one can. I suppose it's the best to not talk about Sadakawa in front of her, then. Unless she brings it up herself, then yeah. I think that's wise. At least until she has a change of heart. I think Akemi will find her own way to deal with it. You think so? Yeah. It seems like you might want to ask around about Sadakawa and Sachi's relationship. If you want, I could try asking around, see what people say. Recent information about Sadakawa might be more of use to you than information about her past. Really? Yeah, that would be useful information to have. I appreciate your help. I guess both of us are helping Sachi out in our own way. Even if Tomo's not directly involved, I know I can rely on him for this, especially since he has a lot more connections than I do. Akemi and I will gather any information we hear. Sadakawa doesn't seem to be as violent as she was before, but it doesn't seem like Sachi-chan is asking for help either. Plus, I think Sadakawa is the only one bullying Sachi-chan. One victim and one tormentor. That wouldn't stand out too much. Most of the students outside of their class probably don't know anything about it. Whatever the other students and the teachers think, I doubt they know the whole story. Even if they suspect what's going on, they'll most likely turn a blind eye to it, since no one wants to get involved in that. So in other words, as it stands, no one's going to lift a finger to help Sachi. Precisely. Well then, if no one else is involved, resolving this shouldn't be too hard. However, the other students think of Sachi. I'm pretty sure they'll turn as a blind eye to help. Jesus Christ. Cristo. However, the other students think of Sachi. I'm pretty sure they'll turn as blind an eye to helping you as they are to Sadakawa abusing her. If Sadakawa was the only one bullying her, I think I should be able to get her to stop. That's assuming she doesn't have any friends in on it with her, of course. You probably could, but I doubt it'll go smoothly either way. Sachi has me, and I have you guys. We'll definitely work something out. I hope so. Sorry I'm late, guys. Akemi calls out as she barges into the room, her loud voice disturbing the calm of the classroom. I'm starving. Wait, you two haven't eaten yet? Could it be that you were waiting for me? Oh, oh right, I forgot about my lunch. So you weren't waiting for me then? What should I do if I take my time eating now? I won't have the time to go see Sachi. Why don't you eat over there? You've become good enough friends with her, haven't you? But Akemi just got here. I was late today, so don't worry about it. Just hurry up and introduce me to Sa-chan already. Fine, I get it, but thanks for everything, guys. Everything? Akemi, who hasn't been a part of the conversation till now, tilts her head in confusion. Yeah, everything. Anyway, I'm going. Hey. Oh, Mamoru-senpai. Hello. Since I didn't eat part of my lunch, I'm able to meet Sachi a little earlier than last time. As I arrive, I see something unexpected at first. She's surprised to see me, but her surprise soon becomes joy as a smile begins to bloom on her face. Until now, she's always had a downcast look about her. Does that smile mean she likes hanging out with me? I didn't manage to eat lunch before I came, but do you mind if I eat it here? I don't mind. It's fine. Once again, I sit down in the same place on the steps. Huh? Sachi, where's your lunch? I already put away my lunchbox. For some reason, she looks away from me as she replies. That's a lie. Lunch break only started a little while ago, so it wouldn't be strange if she was still eating when I got here, but I don't see her lunchbox anywhere. She is, however, holding one of the manga I let her borrow and seems to have been rereading it. I start to feel a little I start to feel a little uneasy. Even if she just finished eating, she should still have her lunchbox around at least. Where's your lunchbox? Oh, actually, I forgot my lunchbox today. Ah, now I'm starting to understand. I'm also starting to understand that she's a terrible liar. Was it that Sadakawa girl? Huh? Why? Bingo. Bingo, we got action. What happened? Well, I'll wait for an answer, but none comes. It seems she doesn't want to talk about it. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but you haven't had anything for lunch, right? As I study Sachi's troubled face, I realize she thinks I'm blaming her. That'll make this harder to deal with. I can tell from Sachi's reaction to Sadakawa's name that whatever happened is definitely that girl's fault. Of course, even if she tells me what happened, it's not like I can do anything about it right now. I should worry about what's going on in front of me. No, but I'm fine, really. I wasn't that hungry anyway, and I usually don't eat that much in the first place. That's not really the issue, though. Can't you buy something at the cafeteria? I can lend you some money if you need it. You don't, it's fine. It's okay, really. For once, Sachi actually has some force in her voice. Since she's refusing to let me buy her lunch, she probably won't let me give her part of my own lunch either, but... Alright, wait. I got my lunch. Do you want some of that? Huh? No! You really don't have to. I said it's fine. I don't eat too much either. And besides, sitting here next to you and eating while you watch would be really rude. Even if you don't want any food yourself. I moved next to Sachi and opened my lunchbox. For a moment, I worried that she'll try to avoid me like she did the first time I sat next to her. But she doesn't do anything like that. She just looks a little uneasy. Are you sure? She still seems reluctant, but as she turns to face me, her stomach lets out a pitiful growl. I know she's just trying to be polite, but she really can't hide how hungry she is anymore. Just ignore that. She hangs her head, ashamed of her rumbling stomach, but she's still not ready to give in. I know she's not gonna... Yo, we're making the crazy moves now. Lock in with me, chat. I know she's not going to relent on her own, so I pick a small piece of fried egg out of my lunchbox with my chopsticks and hold it up to her mouth. Come on, you're hungry, right? Huh? Wait, Say ah. Sachi looks back and forth between my face and the chopstick as several seconds pass. But sure enough, she soon surrenders and opens her mouth. There. I stuff a piece of egg into her mouth, and she starts chewing, her eyes shut tight. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Do you like it? I'm so sorry. What are we actually doing right now? Yeah. Great. Next. Open up. I present the next bite. I've gathered between my chopsticks to her. That's enough. I don't want you to have less food because of me. Shorty, this is the second bite. Open your mouth. It's really no big deal. Well, As I watch Saki meekly peek at the ends of my chopsticks, I start to feel like a mother bird feeding its chicks or something. I can't help but to think it's a little cute. That's enough, really. Open wide. I almost feel like someone else is controlling my hand. Not that I'm about to stop them. You could at least let me eat by... I'm sure this is embarrassing for her as I keep making her eat. I notice that her cheeks get redder and redder. She's so damn cute. I've already eaten half of your lunch. The rest is yours. She finally says, staring down at her hands. Sure enough, only half of my lunch is left. I suppose so. You're sure you don't want any more? Just eat your lunch. Sachi turns her flushed face away from me. Maybe I overdid it. Sorry, I got carried away. No, it's alright. I was happy that you fed me some of your lunch. Wait, I mean, not literally fed me. I mean, I was happy you shared your lunch with me. It's okay. I understand. I wasn't trying to be mean or anything. I know. Anyway, thank you very much. Of course, no problem. I suppose I'll clean up the rest. As I'm about to start what's left in my lunchbox, Sachi stares at the chopsticks. Oh. I should have realized it sooner, but the chopsticks I'm about to eat with are the same ones I've been using just a moment ago to put food directly into Sachi's mouth. Sorry, I forgot. That would have been kind of gross, huh? No. I don't really mind, but if you think it's gross, it might be best to wash them. Don't worry about me, though. I don't really care either. Actually, if you're okay with me using them, I'm gonna go right ahead and eat. Chat. When I tell you this nigga Momoru is cooking right now, I'm talking 2018 Rockets James Harden before the fat suit. He's averaging 40! Sure. This has gotten a little awkward. I eat my food and try not to think about it too much. Even though I'm trying to focus on eating, I keep catching myself stealing glances at Sachi out of the corner of my eye. Sachi opens up one of the manga as if to read it, but I notice that for some reason her eye stays fixed on me as I eat my lunch. Whenever I look over at her, our eyes meet. Our three combined eyes meet. Her cheeks are still red. Is she still embarrassed about me feeding her, or is there another reason? Either way, it's getting really hard to focus on eating. Okay, I'm done. And as if on cue, the bell rings, marking the end of lunchtime. Already, huh? I guess we did take a while to eat. I guess so. Oh, let me give you back the manga I borrowed. I brought it all the ones I finished. Cool. I'll pick out the next ones in the series for when I see you again. Thank you. I gather up my empty lunchbox and the manga and start heading down the stairs to my classroom as Sachi follows me. Hey, why don't we... Wrong person, my fault. Hey, why don't we walk home together again after school, if it's not too much trouble for you? I mean, it's nice to have a friend who lives nearby. Sure, I'd be happy to. Her face lights up with genuine excitement, even though we've only known each other for about a week. I don't know how we ended up doing the things like going to... What are we doing, Monty? I don't know how we ended up doing things like going to and from school and eating lunch together, but if it makes Sachi happy, why should I care how it happened? Most of all, if being together makes her happy, then I'm happy too. How was that, chat? How was that, chat? Is that tough, chat? 1 second. Is that tough, chat? Gotta be tough. Okay. School's almost over. As I return to my classroom after lunch, I realize something. I'm happy that we promised to go home together, but we never chose a place to meet before we parted ways. If I wait by the gate like last time, she'll probably come by, but Sadakawa might also be around. Maybe I should take a peek into her classroom instead. And as I'm trying to decide, the bell rings, finally signaling the end of the day's classes. I take my bag and hurry toward Sachi's classroom. I rush down the stairs, but as I reach the first floor, I can see that the first years are already filing out into the hall, and I quicken my pace. I quicken my pace towards Sachi's classroom. In the moment I step in front of one of the classroom doors, someone flies out into me. The impact knocks us both off balance, and just as she's about to go down, I reflexively reach out and catch her. It's definitely Sachi. Everything okay? Excuse me. Huh? Senpai? The student who just flew into my arms, and who I'm now holding on to tightly, is none other than Sachi. We stare at each other in astonishment. Then I see another student behind Sachi, who's also looking on in astonishment. Sadakawa Rui. Did she push Sachi out the door? Now I know she's the reason Sachi had no lunch today. Sadakawa's surprised expression soon turns angry. She glares at me menacingly as she starts to speak. High-key, okay, so when she speaks, in my brain, I'm seeing like Bakugo. Who the hell are you? Some upperclassman? Okay, I gave her fucking ocean dub Vegeta, my fault. Yeah, second year. But she doesn't let this get in the way of her anger. Oh, really? Then what are you doing on the first year floor? Bitch, is this your block? What are we talking about? I came to see Sachi. For a moment, Sadakawa looks surprised again as she sizes the two of us up. Sachi regains her balance as she separates herself from me. Then she takes a step back, retreating from Sadakawa's presence. She's not trying to run away, though. Is it because I'm here? Her eye darts back and forth nervously. Her? Are you starting a freak show, senpai? We box hoes. Never hit a woman. But if a bitch is tweaking, a bitch is tweaking. Lock in with me, chat. If you think it's okay to force your friends into freak shows, you're really messed up. That's really pitiful. This girl is more prickly than I imagined. Naturally, my insult just annoys her more. I'm not sure if that's actually got to her or not, but she pins a hostile glare on me. Oh yes, well, excuse me. She really doesn't have any talents to display, and dressing her up as a clown will only disgust people. Of course you are right. The insincerely polite words that Sadakawa spits at me are dripping with venom and malice. If this is what made Akemi snap, I don't blame her. I think she's more suited to be the role of heroine than a clown. Her? At best, that one-eyed thing that looks like it stepped out of a fairy tale will become some wretched beggar on the streets. But if I up-fire, I'm the bad guy, right, chat? Okay. Maybe she did step out of a fairy tale. If I had to guess, I'd say it was Cinderella. She's definitely plagued by something like an evil stepsister. You know that story, don't you? Oh, that's a good joke, but if you're casting parts, I think I'd rather be the fairy godmother who turns the pumpkin into a carriage. Making Cinderella get run over by a carriage would be a pretty neat twist, don't you think? Our verbal duel continues for a while. She's wearing a vicious grin on her face, but the fire in her eyes grows hotter and hotter, and I can feel the heat in her stare. I refuse to look away. However, it feels like the friction of our clashing gazes might set the whole hallway ablaze. Senpai. Sachi tugs on my sleeve, pulling me back into reality. Several students seem to have gathered around us to watch our fight. Here I am, a lone second-year student, in front of the first-year classrooms, completely out of my place. I should not be drawing this much attention to myself. Sorry. Let's go, Sachi. I take Sachi's hand and turn my back to Sadakawa. I'm still pissed. I want to turn around and go after her again, but Sadakawa stays quiet. Sorry about that just now. I really made a fool of myself. We leave the school at a hurried pace, but once we're outside of the gates and start heading home, we slow down a bit. No, it's okay. You caught me right when I fell, and you protected me from Sadakawa-san. Thank you for that. Hey, it's probably none of my business, but if you're having trouble and you need help, you can ask me anytime. Thank you. Sachi replies after a short pause, looking somewhat puzzled. We might have become friends, but I guess we're not close enough for her to be comfortable trusting me with that sort of thing yet. You don't need anything you need? Anything you need. I just want to help. Oh, okay. By the way, if you like the books I gave you, I have some more from that author. Oh, really? I changed the subject to a lighter topic. Going home together should be more fun than this. At the very least, I want to see her smile more while we're together. I think those are the ones I should lend you next. Do you want to read them? Sure, that sounds great. I look forward to it. She's going on my screensaver. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. About 2 weeks have passed. I've met Sachi for lunch on the stairway that leads up to the roof every day. She's gone through countless manga and novels. We've also gone to and from school together when we could. Sachi hasn't asked for help since that day I offered it to her, but even still, every now and then I go around to her classroom to meet her. Of course, I try not to draw attention to myself anymore, and I just go to retrieve Sachi as quickly as I can. Even though Sachi's free from Sadakawa, I think she's still worried about being bullied. There's no especially noticeable change, but Sachi's smile doesn't seem faked like it did before. Little by little, smiling is becoming more natural for her. Mom, what are you smiling about? Today, as always, I arrived at home after walking Sachi to her house, and I run into my room. And I run into my mom, who seems to have to come out to check the mail. My question is, this game's from 2017, so this isn't AI generated. Why is this made like this? That's like my main question. Did they sketched the room and then just like actually drew it and then kept the sketch behind it? Like all the backgrounds are like this too. Oh, nothing. Is my face betraying what I'm thinking? I try to put on a more neutral expression as I reply. You've been getting up so early these past few weeks. Having fun at school? Something like that. It's not like we've actually been planning to meet up in the morning. We just keep getting lucky, I guess. But yes, it does seem that I've been getting to school earlier than I used to. The main reason I'm leaving early is that I'd hate to let the chance to meet Sachi in the morning slip away. The fact that it's put a stop to my habit of being late is just a nice side effect. Oh, my. I thought she was going to pry into my school life, but the mail seems to have caught her attention first. She scans the envelope and eventually stops on one. Separating it from the others, she reads it and after a moment, finally sighs. What's wrong? I won tickets to a private showing of a new movie, but it's on the same day that we plan to visit some of your father's relatives, so I can't go. A private showing? You really hit it big. Well, I do enter a lot of those kinds of drawings. Filling out entries to those prize lotteries is my mom's hobby. She systematically scans the web and fills out everyone she can find. She actually wins quite a few of those private showings, so my dad and I accompany her to them pretty often. You said you had plans for that day? When is it? Usually do everything you can to go to those. It's this Saturday afternoon. Those sneak peeks are usually on weekday nights, but not many people go on Saturday. 1 second, chat. This is slightly pissing me off. Slightly. Just a little bit, bruv. Just a little bit.
You pissed off.
Awaken to a...
Shut up. What we're gonna do... No choices to make. No choice to make. The game is designed as a kinetic visual novel, meaning players will read through the storyline without the option to make decisions or choose different paths. The approach allows the game to focus on the narrative and character development without the need to place your choices. Okay, chat. Sorta bums me out. We're still gonna finish it because I like the story and the characters, but slightly bums me out. Not gonna lie to you, bruv. Not gonna lie. We're gonna close that. Go back to the game now, you know. Skip-de-doo and whatnot. It's this Sunday afternoon. These sneak peeks are usually on weekday nights, but not many people go on Sundays. Hey, could I have those tickets since you and Dad can't go? How many chapters are in it? I bet. Hey, could I have those tickets since you and Dad can't go? Sure, I don't mind. I don't know if the movie's good or not, but I still don't want to waste the tickets. Great, thanks. And that's how I got them yesterday. Lunchtime. As I eat with Tomo and Akemi, I showed them the tickets for the private showing that I got from my mom. Wow, I've never heard of that movie, but it looks fun. Akemi is practically squealing with delight as she looks over at the tickets. Oh. So now the answer to the question is, which of us to invite is... So now the answer to the question is, of which of us to invite is neither, I'm guessing. Good guess, Tomo. Huh? No way. He didn't say that. Bad guess, Akemi. What the heck? I totally thought I knew where you were going with this, but you're not taking us? Meanie, I want to see the movie too. Sorry, I've only got one ticket. If I invite one of you, that means I have to leave the other of you behind. So he's gonna invite you-know-who instead. I know who? Oh, Sachan. Yeah. So, what do you think? What do we think? They're your tickets, and besides, you're the one who knows your relationship with her best. Well, whatever. Sure, go ahead and invite her. Well, I've never hung out with a girl outside of school. I'm a little nervous. Hello? What about the trip we took together on our last holiday? You're a poor replacement for a girl. What's that supposed to mean? No, what I mean is that whenever we meet, Tomo's almost always there as well. Well, yeah, I guess that is true. I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but you're the one who she knows best. We can't really give you much advice, but if you coerce her into going, she's never going to be comfortable around you again. If you plan to accompany her there, that should be enough to convince her, right? Yeah, you're probably right. I guess I should actually find out where she's going first, though, huh? Man, I guess it does make the most sense for you to take Sachi instead of us. 3rd grade reading level, probably lower. I still feel like I'm missing out, though. Well, if Sachi ends up rejecting me, I'll hand the tickets off to you two, since at this point, I wouldn't know what to do with them anyways. Huh? You sure? But you could go alone if you wanted, couldn't you? Maybe, but do I want to go alone? Besides, these tickets are in my mom's name. If one of the people trying to use them isn't a female, they might not accept them at all. Anyway, that's all moot if Sachi agrees to come. I can't make the decision for you now that I have the stake in it. Do I want to see the movie, or do I want the day when I finally meet Sachan to come sooner? I guess either would be good. What about you, Tomo? If you do hand the tickets off to us, that means I have to spend the day with Akemi, which is pretty tiring. Which is a pretty tiring prospect. Then again, I can't exactly refuse your generosity. I am free that day, and going to a movie might be worthwhile diversion. Wow, I didn't realize you were that excited to go on a date with me, Tomo. My boy Tomo's in there! Come on, bro! Tuck it in! Look, I'll do it, but you know how much energy it takes the average human to keep up with you? The two keep talking, but I think they've already forgotten what has to happen before they get the tickets. Thanks for your input, guys. Anyway, I'm done with my lunch, so I'm gonna hurry up and go find Sachi. I stand up and head for the stairway. Shh, baby girl, let me see you tired. Let me see it, bro. Oh, Mamoru senpai, what's up? Sachi's yet again sitting at the same place in the same way as when I first met her. I've been coming by day after day, and each time I leave, it seems like she's a little brighter. It's comforting. Hey, are you doing anything this Sunday? I get right to the point, sitting down in my usual spot. Sunday? No, I don't have any plans. Why do you ask? Well, my mom won one of those sneak peeks for a new movie, but she can't go to it. She gave me the tickets. There's only 2, so I wasn't sure what to do with them at first, but... What? A movie? With me? Don't you have any other friends you could invite? It's not that I don't, but I don't have enough tickets for both of them. If you refuse, I was just gonna give the tickets to them, but I'm asking if you want to go first. Yeah, yes. Of course, senpai. Oh, but the movie theater's far away, isn't it? Yeah, but we can just take a train, can't we? Or do you not want to travel too far? No, it's not that. Just, if we take the train, we have to pay for tickets. Doesn't your aunt give you an allowance or something? Not really. Mamoru, pay for both y'all train tickets. You look like a broke-ass nigga right now. Lock the fuck in. Not really. I've never asked for it. Are you and your aunt on bad terms? I don't think she really likes me that much, though, to be honest, I'm not really sure. You don't know? Don't you live with her? Can you ask other family members or something? Mamoru, pay for the ticket. No, it's fine. Really, my family... My mom got sick and died many years ago. As for my dad, I was told he left when I was very young. I probably would have too. Baby with a big ass eye, big ass one singular eye, come out, straight noggin eyeball. It's valid, it's valid, it's valid, it's valid, it's valid. Your mom? Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. It was a long time ago since then. Well, What about your dad? You say he left? No one ever told me what happened, but he probably left because of me. I think he must have left right after I was born. I don't have any memory of him. Sachi's eyes seem to dim as she tells me this. I suppose she wouldn't really remember if she was that young when he left, but I could see a little glimmer of sadness in her eye when she admitted it. You could tell exactly what Shorty's thinking, straight from like the pure access to her soul window. My fault. My mom didn't abandon me, though she did her very best to raise me alone. She was a very kind mother. It was probably too much for one person to handle, though. It took me too much of a toll on her body. And after that, sorry, I didn't mean to be so depressing. No, I brought it up. I'm the one who should be apologizing. So after that, your aunt took custody of you? Yes, that's right. Aunt Mayumi seemed to be really close with my mom before she died. My mom told Mayumi that she was counting on her to take care of me. That's why she adopted me. But I'm sure my aunt hates me. She hasn't said anything. She probably blames me for her unhappiness and the death of her beloved sister. You must not like your aunt very much. No, that's not it. I'm grateful to her for her taking care of me. I just don't want to be a nuisance to her. I wouldn't be right for me to ask her for something as selfish as spending money. I see. Thanks for telling me all that. I've never had anyone to talk to before, so thank you for listening to me. But you know, I really do want to hang out with you. If you want, I can pay for the train ride and stuff. I don't mind at all. No, I couldn't. I want to hang out with you too, but I have to ask Mayumi if I can go first. But if you have to pay for me, we just should not go. I don't want to be a nuisance to you any more than to my aunt. I don't know about your aunt, but you're not being a nuisance to me at all. But there's no rush. Why don't you decide after you've asked her? Yeah, alright. By the way, since we have to go all the way to the next town to get to the movie theater, why don't we get there early so we can just wander around a bit? The movie starts in the afternoon, so we can get lunch or something. Okay. I suddenly feel very nervous. Come on, this isn't some huge event. We're just gonna have a little fun, loosen up. I'll try. There you go. Oh, that reminds me. Do you have a cell phone? We should exchange numbers before... What did I tell you, bro? I'm talking early OKC Paul George. Okay? I'm talking Indiana Oladipo. Okay? I'm talking Penny Hardaway before the injuries, bro. Penny Hardaway fadeaway. That fake half spin, that's what I'm talking about. He's cooking. We should exchange numbers before we forget. It'll be useful in case we want to get in touch later on. Oh, yes. I can carry one. I carry one in case of emergencies. The cell phone Saji takes out is ancient, but she fumbles with it, awkwardly. It's really plain, too. Not a single sticker or anything. Not even one of those silly straps. Can we get her help, bro? Okay? I just want to help Shorty. Like, how do I do this? I think you have to press this. She must not use it much. In fact, it looks like she barely knows how to use it at all. I guess that worked. Thank you. Come to think of it, what's the movie about? Oh, right. I should have told you before. It's a movie from Germany. It doesn't look like it's some huge adventure, more like a drama, I guess. Though the story is pretty light. So maybe it's more like a comedy? I take I take the flyer that came with the tickets out of my pocket to Sachi. Oh, that looks interesting. I've never seen it, so I can't tell you if it's interesting or not. I'm going to a movie theater. Even going to a movie theater is exciting. I've only ever seen movies on TV. Well, a private showing isn't something you can just go to any time. It's not a regular movie theater. And after it's over, you have to fill out a simple questionnaire. But that also sounds exciting. I'm glad you think so. Then, the bell chimes as lunch period ends. Oops. Looks like we need to get going. I'll ask my aunt about the movie when I get home. Alright, great. See you later. The next day, I got a lot on my mind as I'm walking to school. 1 second. Oh, no. Let's save. The next day, I've got a lot on my mind as I'm walking to school along the route Sachi usually always takes. Hopefully Sachi talked to her aunt about coming to hang out with me. I wonder what her aunt will say. Sachi doesn't seem to think she likes her very much. Sachi's covered in wounds, but her aunt didn't seem concerned about it in the slightest when I met her. Maybe Sachi's right. Actually, I did kind of get that impression. She seemed really cold. Although I can't really judge her based on the tiny amount of contact I've had with her. So, I don't know if that's really how she is. If her aunt didn't say it was okay, Sachi will naturally refuse, but I still want to take her out, even if I have to force her to let me pay for her train ticket. Okay, No Child Left Behind as reading level. If her family isn't supporting her, then that's all the more reason for me to do so. I mull these things over as I walk, staring at the passing pavement beneath me without looking up. Good morning, Mamoru-senpai. I look up to see Sachi standing before me. Oh, good morning, Sachi. Something wrong? Nothing. I wasn't looking where I was going, so you surprised me, sorry. I'm usually having to catch up with her. This is the first time I've heard her call out from behind me. She seems happy to see me. I was wondering if I'd see you while I was walking. My aunt said it was okay for me to spend the day with you, senpai. She even said she'd pay for the train and lunch. W fucking auntie, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Your adopted daughter, your niece, thank you for taking care of her. But I am going to call CPS if you don't fix this appearance, okay? The bandage, the ripped clothes, this is unacceptable, okay? Really? That's great. Yes. I was preparing for the worst. This is a little unexpected. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, me too. Speaking of which, I heard the movie is actually based off some German novel. I continued chatting about the movie, what we'll do that day, and other little things until we arrived at school. Sachi seems to be more excited about this than I thought she would be. She doesn't even know that much about the town we're headed to. Sunday, the day I'm going out with Sachi. We're in business, boys! We decided I would meet her at her house since it's so close to my own. I had some time to spare, so I arrived at Sachi's house a little earlier than we discussed. I don't mind waiting if she still needs to get ready. I ring the doorbell. After a little while, I hear soft footsteps approaching shortly before the front door opens. However, standing before me is not Sachi, but her Aunt Mayumi. It's not like I wasn't kind of expecting this, but I'm surprised nonetheless. My body goes rigid. Good morning. I'm here to meet Sachi. Good morning, Mamoru-kun. I've heard all about it. It feels like Mayumi is searching me for something with her icy gaze. Do you see this? Do you see what she's wearing? Okay. Nothing too crazy. Calm fit, okay? Okay. Stagnant colors, okay? Very static, okay? Around the same hues, but that's not important. What's important they're not ripped and covered in blood. Good morning, Senpai. You're here early. Sure enough, Sachi appears behind Mayumi. It seemed like she's ready to go, but she looks between Mayumi and me with a troubled expression. I think Sachi's more surprised than I am that Mayumi answered the door. But Mayumi pays Sachi no mind as she stares at me and begins to speak. The movie ends in the evening, right? Once the movie is over, come right home, okay? Right, we will. I wasn't planning on staying out that late anyway, but the warning look in her eyes is a little unsettling nonetheless. She loves her niece daughter. Alright then, off you go. With that, Mayumi steps aside and lets Sachi out onto the street. Yes, goodbye. She loves her niece daughter. Let's go. This is a W. We get a good distance away from Sachi's house before we start speaking again. Sorry about that. Why are you apologizing? I mean, I was surprised, but it seems like she was just worried about you. She probably just didn't want to have a deal with any trouble I might cause. Actually, I have no idea what she was thinking. Maybe Sachi's right after all. Whatever. Forget about that. Let's get going. Yeah, sure. We're about to start heading in the direction of the station, but what's wrong? Huh? What do you mean? I was so distracted with thinking about Mayumi that I didn't notice that Sachi's wearing casual clothing. This is the first time I've seen her in anything other than her uniform. She's wearing a plain skirt and worn out hoodie. I realized Sachi put her hood up and her hood down as soon as we started walking. Do you really have to walk that way? Huh? This is how I always do it. Do you not like it? No, it's really suspicious looking. I think it would be best if you took off the hood at least. It's suspicious looking? Yeah. When someone has their hood up and you can't see their face, don't you think that person looks kind of suspicious? Oh, I see. This is how she always does it. I don't know what it's like for her, but still. When she's with me, I don't want her to act weird like that. We're supposed to be walking together, but I can't even see her face. Look, I know you usually try to not let people see you, but you're with me today, you know? No matter what happens, I'm right here next to you. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. She's still anxious, and she's still trying to keep her head down, but at least she seems to have given up on the hood for now. Right. Let's get going then, shall we? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Excuse me. Thank you. Since it's the weekend, the street to the station has quite a few people on it, and that goes double for the shopping center. We have to go through to get there. The train itself isn't any better. It's so packed, in fact, that I don't think it's going to be possible to have any kind of conversation with Sachi until we arrive at our destination. That said, so the destination isn't particularly far away. It doesn't take that long to get there, and we both feel a little relieved once we get off the train. There sure are a lot of people out today, do you think? You okay? Yeah. I don't usually use the train, so I was startled to see so many people on it, but I'm alright. Great. Then, why don't we walk around and try to find something to eat? Sure. We start walking towards an area that probably has a place we can eat at. Actually, I already know where I'm taking her, so I looked around for a good place beforehand. I thought it'd be better to take Sachi to a quieter place where she can let her guard down while we talk, rather than a street with a lot of big shops and a ton of people. I try to start a conversation with Sachi, but as I turn my head to look at her, she's nowhere to be found, and I immediately start to panic. I quickly realize that she didn't actually disappear. She's walking several meters behind me for some reason. Why? Weren't we supposed to be walking together? Sachi? I quickly turn around and close the distance between us. Yes, what is it? Do you not want to walk next to me or something? No, nothing like that. It's just, I don't know if you want me to walk next to you. Who hurt you? Who hurt this woman? Who hurt this child? Why wouldn't I want you to? What? But, if you walk next to me, people might think you know me. But I do know you. That's why I want to walk with you. Yeah, but I understand what she's getting at. She definitely draws a lot of attention. I saw that she got a lot of startled glances and stares from people we passed on the street as we were making our way here. I feel like a lot of them were overreacting, but that's not exactly surprising to me either. I guess it's only natural that she'd want to hide her face to avoid their stares. Maybe stopping her from wearing her hood was not the best idea. My nigga, grab her hand and start walking. That's the best idea. Lock in. That's what you do when she says that. Grab her hand, start walking. Cook up, kid. Put your hood up if that makes you feel better. I want to walk next to you. But you said... She takes a half step backward, putting a little more distance between us. I don't think there's anything wrong with being seen with you. Come on, don't run away. I close the half step distance and grab her hand to keep her here. Huh? We're gonna be seen together anyway, so we might as well walk together, right? I'm fine with it, but if you don't want to walk with me, just say so, and I'll let go of your hand. I do want to, but isn't this a little... Her voice becomes a whisper as she stares at the ground, but after a moment, she tilts her head up, just enough to look at me. Senpai, is this really okay? Yes. Of course. I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay then. Let's go. Thanks. Thank you. Her grip on my hand tightens ever so slightly. Actually, I'm finding myself getting a little flustered as well, but I don't think I could let go of her hand even if I wanted to. With our hands clasped together, I start to worry about my grip on her hand is too tight or that I'm walking too quickly for her. As I become aware of everything I could be doing wrong, I quickly start to feel very embarrassed. I'm too focused on these details to actually make conversation with Sachi. I try to calm down, forcing myself not to think about anything and focus only on feeling of Sachi's hand in mine. Her slender hand is warm, and faintly, I can feel that warmth flood into my own hand. She adjusts her grip, and rough spots on her otherwise smooth skin gently scrape against my palm. They feel like they might be scabs or something. Wait, didn't this hand have a bandage on it before? The shallow grooves on her soft hand are strangely alluring, and I unconsciously trace them with my fingers. Sachi's own fingers twitch in response, though I'm not sure whether it was reflex or not. Thinking I've offended her, I glance at Sachi only to find that she's already staring at me with her one big eye. Sorry. It's fine. 1 second, chat. It's fine. I was just wondering, like, are those scars on your hand? I want to feel them to make sure. It's okay, you can touch them if you want. Blood rushes to her smiling face, and I think mine probably turns just as red. That cafe, do you want to have lunch there? I saw it when I was looking for a good place to eat before we came. I've heard good things about it. At the first place I see that looks like it might serve food, so much for the place I had planned to take us to. It wasn't the most elegant way of changing the subject, but I can't take the embarrassment. Oh, it looks nice. Do you want to get lunch now then? Well, it's a little early for lunch. Maybe we should wander around a bit more and come back later. Well, that's true. Okay, let's come back later. And with that, Sachi holds on, my hand grows tighter. This time, I squeeze back. And if we didn't look like a couple when we left, we certainly do now. After that, we explored the area a bit, and I enjoyed that, but we didn't say much to each other. Not that it was uncomfortable silence. Sometimes I look over at Sachi, and no matter where she was looking, she was always wearing a cheerful expression. My nigga, she definitely seen you. I know, yo, her FOV is insane. Max FOV, I'm telling you. Seeing shit out here with it, bro. Peripheral vision of death. She's wearing a cheerful expression. Are you getting bored of just wandering around? No, not at all. Even just walking around like this is fun. There's so much to see, and all these stores look interesting. Really, what if you see a store you like? Let me know. We can stop and take a look inside if you want. I don't think I'd buy anything though. We can just browse. Even if you don't plan on buying anything, there's nothing wrong with looking, you know? I suppose not. Hey, this one looks interesting, don't you think? I stop in front of one of those stores we're passing. Peeking in through double doors, the store has a training atmosphere with big decorations. It's selling accessories, clothing, and other classy looking merchandise. There isn't really anything here for someone who doesn't care about the latest fashions and trends, but at least there are still a lot of unusual things to look at. I've never been in a store like this. Maybe you can find something you like. How about this? I take something I think Sachi might like off the display just outside the door and offer it to her. These are sunglasses. Is this nigga like on the spectrum? The girl with the one eye. You offer her sunglasses? Notice the ES at the end of the word sunglasses? She's so confused. Try them on. Is this nigga retarded? Huh? Okay. She put the sunglasses over her face, which now looks even more puzzled. That's totally natural, of course. These sunglasses, with their two lenses, are only going to make it harder for her, with her one eye, to see. They obviously don't suit her, but her reaction is too adorable and charming. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. Are you making fun of me, senpai? Sachi suddenly becomes very obviously depressed. I really should have been more sensitive about her eye. No, I'm really sorry. I won't do anything like that again. I'm just joking. Just a little payback. Having turned the tables on me, she can't help but let her smile slip back onto her face. I didn't expect her to pull something like that. Man, I can't believe you got me with that. Seriously though, I am sorry. I should be more considerate of your It's okay. I know you didn't mean anything by it. That's true, but still, anyway, I suggest we check out the store, but actually, I think it's about time we ate lunch. Sure, let's go find the cafe again. Sachi doesn't seem to be upset at me at all, but I'm a little disappointed that she won't get a chance to check out the store. I take one last look aside. All the shells catches my eye. Hey, what do you like best, blue, green, or orange? Well, orange. Why? No reason, or, well, wait here for a sec. Oh, okay. I went to the store, leaving Sachi, who was generally confused at this time, behind. Sorry about that. That was quick. Did you buy something? Yeah, look. Oh my goodness. I show the cell phone strapped to Sachi. It's a simple orange flower dangling off a green string made to look like a stem. Oh, how cute. Is that for your cell phone? Nah, shorty. You know who that for, man? Stop playing, bruh. Mamoru got the wrist. No, yours. Ah. Huh? Mine? Why? I guess something to remember today by. What? No, I couldn't. You hang it on. You hang on to it, senpai. Even if I did, I wouldn't use it. Well, let me pay for it then. I just bought it on a whim. Don't worry about it. Think of it as a thanks for hanging out with me today. Take it. Are you sure? Of course. It wasn't that expensive anyway, so don't feel like you owe me. Well, okay. Thank you very much. No problem. I noticed your phone doesn't have any kind of decorations on it, so I figure you might like it. But if you don't have to put it on your phone or anything. No, it's really cute. I think it's lovely. I'll put it on right now. She takes out her phone and attaches the new strap. Looks good. I was afraid the color might be too bright, but if it's the only one hanging there, it actually works out nicely. Yeah, I agree. Thank you so much, Mamoru-senpai. She looks so happy, tightly grasping her phone and smiling at the strap. My pleasure. Anyway, we should start heading to the cafe. We have a little time to spare, but if the place is crowded, we'll never get in before the movie starts unless we go now. Yes, right. Let's go. Senpai? For some reason, Sachi's voice seemed to be quavering, as she calls out for me. Huh? I think I guessed what she's about to say, but I don't know if she's thought it through. A few moments pass in silence, then I wordlessly take her hand. That's what I'm talking about! Chat. Okay, chat. Besides this being, what is it, a kinesthetic visual novel, which is a visual novel with no options, no decision making whatsoever. It's just a book. It's a slideshow, my nigga. Besides that, I love these characters, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, I love these characters so much. Sachi doesn't say anything and instead just squeezes my hand tightly as we start walking. Before long, we arrive at the cafe we found earlier. Luckily, there aren't too many people, and we find a table more or less immediately. It's warm enough today that sitting outside is comfortable, so we take one of the outdoor tables and start looking through the menu. I wonder if I should get a sandwich or not. I'm not sure I'm that hungry. A sandwich does sound good. Oh, this looks delicious. It doesn't take too long for us to decide, and we soon place our orders. As we're waiting for our food, Sachi's gaze keeps drifting on to me, only to flit away as soon as I notice. It seems like she wants to say something, but she's not sure how to say it. What's up? Senpai, do you want to touch my scars? I do, nigga. I do. Huh? This takes me off guard that I start stuttering like an idiot. What? What do you mean? Nothing, it's just you were touching them before, so I thought you might want to. What did this nigga Dylan just send me? I thought this was you at first. I'm too handsome for that. I'm too handsome for you to think that. Alright, back to it. Back to it. Okay. Oh, I see. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say in this situation. I, since I met you, you've done so much for me, Mamoru-senpai, but I've never done even one thing for you. I want to do something to repay you for all the times you've made me happy, but I can't really think of anything. Sorry, that must have been a really creepy thing to ask. Please just forget about it. I get the feeling that Sashi thinks she owes me a debt. She really doesn't have that much social experience after all. After thinking about the strange proposal for a bit, I realize she really is trying to repay me in her own way. Well, yeah, sure. Huh? Your scars. I want to, touch them. Can I? I can't think of this as her repaying a debt. Just being able to be together with her is reward enough. Though, saying that to her probably wouldn't change her mind anyway. I feel like her letting me touch her scars will somehow lighten the burden she carries every day. Even if this is a strange thing to do, this is for Sachi's sake. I did ask to, but it's not like I actually want to feel her scars, or at least that's how I should feel. This nigga's secretly a freak, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, yes, go ahead. Okay. Trembling, she puts her right hand on the table. Thanks. But intentionally touching another person's injuries like this is really weird, and I feel apprehensive about doing it. Before I only felt them because we were holding hands, but this time I'm doing it on purpose. And the girl's hand is obviously much smaller than mine. The scars cover up more of her palm than I thought they might. Now that I can see them closely, it looks like they're mostly healed. The bandages that covered them seem to have been removed a few days ago, and any pain or bleeding must have subsided by now. I run my thumb along the smooth outline of the scars, tracing them. There's not much left on the scabs that must have covered these scars only a few days ago. I never got a good look at them until now. They aren't as rough as I thought they might be. I glide my thumb along the inside of her pale grooves. Then, back out to the edges. Scabs still occupy the very center of the scars. She would probably start bleeding again if the scabs were picked off. These scabs will probably start falling off soon, actually. I'm sure they were huge when they were fresh. The skin outlining these scabs in bright pink and close to the center white. The center of the scar is sunken as though part of her palm was cut out. I let my thumb creep into the depression. Sachi's hand shudders under my touch. Sorry, did that hurt? No, it didn't. That part is still sensitive is all. I'm fine, don't worry. Why is she blushing for that? I look up at Sachi apologetically. You see that her face has become much redder than when we entered the cafe. Having someone examine your hand so intensely in public would probably be embarrassing for anyone. I try rubbing her scar a bit. I probably shouldn't be enjoying this so much, but sometimes when I put pressure on her hand, she makes a really cute expression as she flinches ever so slightly. She's adorable in those moments, and seeing that makes me want to rub that part of her scab that's still healing. What the fuck are we doing right now? Excuse me? I come out of my trance with a start as the waitress brings our food on a fold-out platter. I hurriedly give Sachi back her hand, leaving the table clear, and the waitress puts our sandwiches in front of us. Do you need anything else? Oh no, thank you. When she brought our food, the waitress looked at Sachi over curiously, and then as she left, she shot me a strange, almost wary glance. I guess I really deserved that. Though, I'm too ashamed to look at Sachi now. Thanks, Sachi. Yeah, if you want to touch him again, just ask. What? She actually wants me to touch him again? No, no way. I shouldn't have touched him in the first place. Well, our food's here. Let's eat. Right. Hey, this is pretty good. How's yours? Mine's good too. I'm glad we came here. Things got pretty awkward between us after that, and even normal conversation feels out of place. I think it's about time we headed to the movie. Okay. We finished lunch, and it seems the awkward atmosphere between us is cleared up. Is she wearing makeup? I know I asked this last episode, but the makeup is so tough. Adding makeup to a character with one eye, I like the way you think. But at least we can get good seats this way. If we get there too late, the seats will fill up, and we'll get stuck in the very back of the theater. Or would we? She want to be back there. Time out, Sachi. Calm down. Okay. I head toward the place where the movie is being shown. We're not that far away, though, so it only takes us a few minutes to get there. This is it. There are already people. Excuse me. There are already people lining up. Looks like it. They'll probably let everyone in soon, though. I can't wait to see the movie. Yeah, I hope it's a good one. The movie is less than 2 hours long, and we soon find ourselves out in the front of the theater again. I stretch and breathe in the cool evening air, happy to be moving around again after sitting inside for so long. That movie was great, wasn't it? Yeah, better than I thought it was going to be. The story was about a mischievous kid who gets put in a boarding school, makes some friends, and works with his teacher to make their school play. Okay, Shorty, don't say that again. You are a normal person. You just have a ocular difference. You're normal. Lock in. She gets quieter and quieter, and eventually, I can barely make out what she's saying. No way my shit just died. Are you retarded? Hey, Sachi. Oh, yes? Earlier, you were saying how you want to repay me for what I've done for you, right? But you know, just getting to be with you is enough for me. I know I can't decide for what she thinks no matter how many times I say that. But we spent all day together. That shows how I feel pretty clear, doesn't it? I know I've said this before, but I'm here for you no matter what. Anything you need. I'll help however I can. I don't know if I can be considered a good natured person, but I can say for sure that I care for her from the bottom of my heart. What I felt when I first saw her can only be described as love at first sight. The more I tell Sachi how I feel, and the more times we spend together, the stronger our bond will get. I feel like I can't take my eyes off of her now. I mean, not that I can help that much. I can't do what's impossible for me. And there are some things I won't do anyway. I don't want to impose on you, senpai. Sachi is as stubborn as always when it comes to another person helping her. I know I won't get to her, just meekly accept it. I know I won't get her to just meekly accept this like she does with anything else. I'm not giving up though. Even if she doesn't want to impose on me, I want to be by her side. I want to make sure she can keep smiling. See, chat, the problem with life is I feel like you truly only fall in love one time. I might be cooked, chat. Fell in love one time, I have not fallen in love again. Am I cooked? Yes or no? Tell me in the comments. Alright. I want to make sure she can keep smiling. But thanks for the offer. I'm really glad that we got to meet up, senpai. I'm much happier now than I was before. But, you know, there are still a lot of fun things we can do. Oh, I know. I want to introduce you to my friends so we can all hang out together. Your friends? Are you sure that's a good idea? Yeah, totally. Trust me. They're good people. And besides, I've already told them about you. If you think it's okay, well, alright. I'll look forward to meeting them soon. Great. Oh, we should probably start heading home, shouldn't we? It's not actually that late, but the sun is setting. It is starting to get dark, and at this point, it's probably best to do what Sachi's aunt wanted and head straight home. Yes, it's getting late. Actually, can I ask a favor? What do you need? Can we hold hands on the way home? Yes. Yeah, I think that's a favor I can grant. I take Sachi's hand in mine without hesitation. I feel the warmth of her hand as she squeezes mine, and suddenly it feels like the day when she let herself rely on me isn't so far off. Her side. One second. The last bell rings and school day ends, so I grab my bag and leave the classroom. Most of the time, I leave as quickly as I can because I don't want to get caught by Sadakawa-san. Ooh, we're gonna end it there. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright, so we just saved. We're gonna end it there. Chat. That was a really good episode. Honestly, the characters, not character development, we haven't, well, sort of character development. Sort of. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. The design, the artwork, high key. This shorty, top tier. Love this character, okay? Love this character, okay? Mamoru-san, or Kun, or Chan, or Senpai. Hey, he don't miss. He don't miss. The GOAT. Tomo-kun, the GOAT. Akemi-kun, the GOAT. Aunt Mayumi. Thank you for caring about Shorty. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was gonna be a terrible aunt. Not gonna lie to you. Love that though. Yeah, love the characters, love the artwork. No decisions. Listen. Okay. As someone who's been getting into visual novels, the one thing I hate about them is if there's no decision making. Do not make a kinesthetic or kinetic one. Okay? Put decision making. Make their different outcomes. That's the whole point of the visual novel. Or else you're just flipping through a slideshow. Okay? But yes, that's gonna do it for today. Yeah. God bless, and I guess just lock in.